Alrighty, we've got Mike DeSanto versus Reina Meina, heavyweight champ, 3 bars. Alright, let's get into it. This is not my first read through because it's Reina, so I had to do a first read through, and you can see up here all the shit I had to Google. Alright, let's get into it. Hey yo, dear gun bar, double tap, have 2 locked in and a fade like New Day brawling. Whoosh over my head. I don't actually get that reference, but okay. Even Americans won't have you in favour. They don't fuck with UK talking. Is Mike supposed to be British? I thought Mike was American, but okay, whatever. It's not a terrible wordplay, but I'm pretty sure Mike's American, right? So they don't fuck with UK talking. They don't fuck with your gun bars. They don't fuck with UK talking. Okay, I get it. Alright, I thought for a second there you were saying he was British. He's not. I get it. It's a wordplay. It's not actually personally directed at him so much. Drive-by, hop out with more ratchets and a Casanova. That's cool. I fuck with that. That'll only take 1 round as a match of Ronda. Ronda Rousey, cool. Given how her career ended, Ronda Rousey bars maybe don't hit as hard as they used to. Baldhead's going to have them looking bad. You're going to think that was Doha. I assume you're talking about Doha Cat. And once I grab arms, no one coming for your kids too, like Lala Rona. Had to Google that. The ghost of a woman who drowned her children. Our picture's posted. Dio framed you against the Reaper like Rap Mayhew. That's cool. Reference to a recent controversy. So it's like a news cycle. If it's timely, if it's something that happened recently, if it's fresh in people's minds, it works well. So that's cool. That is, your death came in the form of a black woman like the Sandman 2. Again, I had to fucking Google it. You watch too much TV, girl. You watch too much fucking TV. There's a whole goddamn world outside your house. Kardashian parents, husband and wife, look female on that biopic. Okay, that's a reference to Mike's pictures of him and his missus dressed up for the Mama's Day parade. Codename Travis Scott, we know you fucking scissor. You can't lie for shit. That's why I told Jace Kanye West wanted her to snatch Mike from bitch. Oh yeah, Kanye West. That's great. I'm gonna let you finish in a minute. Cool. Faggot ass, I'ma come for you. Fire in the pound like Iron Fist. Again, I had to fucking Google it. You watch too much TV. Darn it, I'm gonna go chasing the family with a sub on some Fast 8 shit. Again, I haven't actually watched Fast and the Furious 8 because it stopped being about cars after the first one. Yeah, there was a submarine scene. Okay, I get it. I know that just from trailers and shit. You better realise this is no game like Neo in The Last Matrix. Haven't gotten around to watching that one yet either. I hope that's not a fucking spoiler. If it is, I'm going to come back and haunt you. I mean, how you want Rushmore when you couldn't beat breeding about? Get up your high horse, or Christopher Reeves, how you'll be left out the mount. Okay, Christopher Reeves, equestrian accident, Mount Rushmore, Mount. I don't quite get the connection with Rushmore and bread. If you don't see that, Tough Bear Fong, you need to keep your legs on the ground. Again, had to fucking Google it, too much TV. Or finna be a different silver lining for all you niggas with your head in the clouds. Okay. This is becoming standard Reina. There's a whole heap of cool wordplays and shit in there. But it all relies on niche references. You are relying too much on people watching as much TV as you do. I get that that's an easy one. You can just go like looking at pop culture, at movies and TV, for things you can make quick references to. but they become niche references. You are relying on the audience having watched all of these TV shows and movies and comic books and shit. And, you know, some of us actually have fucking lives. So, every time I break down one of your verses, I have to go and Google a whole bunch of shit. And every time I have to stop and leave the battle and go and Google shit, you're completely losing your impact. You really want to be saying more universally understood things that make the audience go, oh, not make the audience go, shit, where's my phone? Where's Wikipedia? Okay, so that's a quick first read through. Let's move on to mics. Told you, I only needed a day. You know my motto, that's a few ticks smoking, cock back and serve rounds like the US Open. Metal flying everywhere, huge explosion. Tell your ghostwriter I want the dude that wrote it. She's pulling half the strings, must have forgot one of the laces. They're giving her the scripts, a doctor and a patient. If she push keys, it's copying and pasting. But I got the drop on her location with lots of pistols waiting, so if you see rain fall, it's not precipitation. Okay, you know my motto, that's a few ticks smoking. Cock back and serve rounds like the US Open. Metal flying everywhere, huge explosion. Tell your ghostwriter I want the dude that wrote it. This is fucking nice. I just read through this first bar and there isn't a single motherfucking thing that I need to go and Google. I get everything. Everything hits me in the face. Everything is like really clean and simple and universally understood. Mike's just stick into some raw, basic battle rap. I'm good, you're shit, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's good. Keep it simple, stupid is a really good motto to live by. It increases the universal nature of the appeal of your bars. Okay, so you know my motto, that's a few ticks smoking, text. Okay, that's pretty basic. Cock back and serve rounds like the US Open. That's nice. Cock back, serve rounds, US Open. So a few ticks smoking is just filler. It's just set up for that, and the payoff is worth it. Metal flying everywhere, huge explosion. That's cool. Tell your ghostwriter I want the dude that wrote it. Nice. She's pulling half the strings, must have forgot one of the laces. Yeah, okay, I fuck with it. They're giving her the scripts, a doctor and a patient. If she push keys, it's copy and paste. Okay, so this is some more ghostwriting inference. But I got the drop on her location with lots of pistols waiting, so if you see rain fall, it's not precipitation. I don't think anybody's used precipitation in a rain wordplay yet. So that's nice. There's a mismatch. If Reina in the kitchen cooking, she's getting the sandwiches. Handicap fight, but this arm behind my back ain't for giving advantages. Misogynistic, before she get out of line, bitch make me something. Or holes will have rain leaking out the bottom like the basement's flooded. That's what happens when you fake the tough shit. She'll get toe tagged in a tote bag, Marc Jacobs. Push a button, then Reina wash away when the arm's waving. Okay. It's a mismatch of Reina in the kitchen cooking. She's getting the sandwiches. Nice, just a little simple fuck you misogyny. Handicap fight, but this arm behind my back ain't for giving advantages. Okay. Yep, arm behind his back, clutching a pistol. Fucking handicap bars, cool. Misogynistic, before she get out of line, bitch make me something. A hose will have rain leaking out the bottom like the basement's flooded. Rain leaking out the bottom like the basement's flooded. Yeah, that's okay. This is what happens when you fake the tough shit. She'll get toe tagged in a tote bag, Marc Jacobs. Not really feeling that, but I get the reference. Push a button, then rain to wash away when the arm's waving. Push a button, rain wash away. Oh, when the arm's waving. Okay, so like windscreen wipers on a car. All right, I get it. That could have been a little more obvious, a little clearer, but I get it after a second's thought. And having to give it a second's thought is a whole lot better than having to go and Google something. Thugging on the net, in real life, bet she act different. All her rounds online, that's how we know she catfishing. The strap's lifted, I'll draw on rain without painting a picture. And shoot till the clip half empty, she's a negative thinker. Now she with the corona like a Mexican drinker. Only thing you pop is pussy, then sell it for profit. She caught a body, all these shell casings sound like change fell out my pockets. Thugging on the net, in real life, bet she act different. Direct speech, no real wordplay or anything particularly clever. No pun, no homonym. All her rounds online, that's how we know she's catfishing. All her rounds online. Okay, line, fishing line, catfishing, I get it. All her rounds online. It doesn't quite connect. I see what you're trying to do there, but it doesn't quite connect. The strap's lifted. I'll draw on rain without painting a picture. Okay, you've got that caps locked because it's a slant rhyme multi. We'll draw on rain without painting a picture. Okay, that's simple enough, but I don't get what the connection is with straps lifted. I'm just trying to think like what straps lifted has to do with an art set or painting a picture or a canvas or anything, and I'm not quite getting the connection there. So I guess it's just filler setup, but it would have been nicer if there was some connection to the punchline there and straps lifted. So okay, the real wordplay there is just I'll draw on rain without painting a picture. Cool. Then shoot till the clip half empty. She's a negative thinker. Nice. Is the clip half full or half empty? Now she with the corona like a Mexican drinker. Okay, it's cool wordplay, but she's got coronavirus. Only thing you pop is pussy, then sell it for profit. There's no connection between those two. Your battles are always nicest if you can like set up a consistent scheme for the whole bar so everything in the bar connects. I tend to just do a bunch of fucking ones where like each line is its own thing that says its own thing. I don't tend to do whole schemes so much. You're taking that to the next level where like half the fucking line says one thing and then you move into something different. She's with the corona like a Mexican drinker. That's its own thing. That's its own wordplay. And then only thing you pop is pussy, then sell it for profit. That's its own whole separate thing. You're doing the same thing I do and get called out on, which is you got a bunch of fucking ones that aren't connected, and the reader starts to get whiplash with so many different concepts. So many different concepts that aren't connected. Kind of becomes like a bunch of pearls with no string to keep them together. Just caught a body, all these shell casings sound like change fell out my pockets. Okay, first impressions. New Day Brawlin', UK Talkin', Casanova, Macharonda, That Was Doa, La Llorona, Rap Mayhew, Sandman 2. Biopic, Life of Shit, Mike from Bitch, Iron Fist, Fast 8 Shit, Last Matrix, Bread and About, Left Out the Mount, Legs on the Ground, Head in the Clouds. Okay, Mike is definitely more on top of flow and multis. He's got a tighter cadence. Reina is sort of talk, 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 rhyme, talk, 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 rhyme. Whereas Mike is more talk, rhyme, talk, rhyme, talk, rhyme. He's got a much higher cadence, a much higher incidence rate of multis that keeps the flow going. When you read Mike's stuff, you basically start nodding along to an imaginary beat in your head. So that's cool. Flow, he's all over it. Wordplays. Reina's are often more complex. Mike's are more direct. Now, complexity is cool. That's, like some next level fucking buried layers genius shit. But Mike's keeping it simpler. And it hits me immediately. I don't have to go away and Google shit. Alright, let's go up to categories. And nobody's fucking posted categories. Okay. Alright, that's cool. Opener and closer. Double tap 2 lockdown, New Day brawling, UK talking, hop out with more ratchets and a Casanova, Nature Ronda. I've just realised Reina hasn't got any clear breaks between her bars here. So structure wise it's a little bit easier to read and judge Mike's, but okay. Versus Mike's, Futex smoking, US Open, that's nice, middle fine everywhere, huge explosion. I want the dude that wrote it. I almost would have used cockback and serve rounds like the US Open as the second part of that, so it was what you finished on. I realised it's kind of buried in the middle of a long ass text quote unquote bar. So I guess you're coming straight out the gate with it. And the first line kind of works too. Alright, so opener. I'm giving that to Mike. He just comes in with more impact that you get immediately. Whereas Reina she's avoided in her first opener giving me anything that I have to go and Google. But I don't have to think about Mike's as much. It just hits me right in the face, and that's what you want with your opener. You want to say something simple and direct and fuck you as your opener. So I'm giving that to Mike. Closer. If you don't see that, Toph Bear Fong, you need to keep your legs on the ground or finna be a different silver lining for all you niggas with your head in the clouds. A different silver lining for all you niggas with your head in the clouds. Okay, so she's talking about once I put rounds inside your head, the fucking leader's gonna leave that shiny silver lining on the inside of your head. I'm assuming that's what she's talking about. With the corona like a Mexican drink, only thing you pop is pussy, sell it for profit, just caught a body, at least shell casing, sound like change fell out my pockets. I would have preferred if the closer for Mike was a little more personal, a little more directed. And I would have preferred if Reina's closer didn't make me go and fucking Google. Toph Bear Fong. So yeah, opener closer. The opener is definitely Mike's. The closer is pretty tight. So opener closer goes to Mike. Flow. Mike's all over that. Multis. Reina's got nice multis where she's got multis, but Mike's just got more of them, and he's got them placed on the half beat and the beat, so it's a nice tight cadence. So that goes to Mike. Wordplays. They've both got a lot of wordplays. Reina's are more complex. Mike's are more direct. Mike's are simpler. And, simpler works. I'm not taking away from Reina's wordplays because they're nice. They are fucking nice wordplays, especially for text battles, where, you know, people do have more time to read your shit and go through it with a fine-tooth comb, and you can go and Google shit. But I think relying on people having watched 10,000 movies or being prepared to go and Google your shit is a big fucking mistake. I think Mike nails the concept here. Mike got the homework assignment, which is get the fucking audience to understand what you're talking about. So they've both got wordplays, and Reina's are more complex, but Mike's just hit harder because they hit you sooner, and you don't need to go and look shit up. Punchlines. Same thing, basically, because you're both using your wordplays. You're both doing the right thing here, where most of the time your wordplay is also the end of the bar, the end of the line. So the wordplay and the punchline is the same thing. It's all delivered in one package, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want to, and I see people fucking do this all the time. They put their setup, they put their wordplay, and then they finish on a multi that is just a forced filler multi to make the line rhyme. What you really want to do is do what both of these guys are doing, which is make your wordplay also be your multi. So it's your big ta-da, your big reveal at the end of the line, rather than have your ta-da wordplay moment be in the middle of the line, and then you've got to read some more pointless filler shit just to make it rhyme. So both of these two are doing that, and they're doing it really well. And again, it comes down to Reina's tend to be more complex, Mike's tend to be simpler, and you know, you may have your own subjective opinion that's different, but for me as a reader, I like the simplicity of Mike's style because it fucking hits me. I get it straight away. I have that oosh moment. I don't need to go and Google something and then go, yeah, okay, it's cool, it checks out. But the moment's been lost. It's lost its impact. Alright, so wordplay and punchlines is pretty much wrapped in one category, and I've already kind of edged that to Mike, but not by a lot. That's pretty subjective. It just comes down to me liking the simpler style more, and other people may have different opinions. Personals. They've both done okay at taking pretty much Superman wordplays and punchlines and giving them a little bit of direction, a little bit of a personal twist. But Mike has probably done a better job of that just by going down the misogynistic you a bitch route. And the allusions to ghostwriting. I must have missed the fucking drama and controversy because I hadn't heard anything about Reina being accused of having a ghostwriter, so it's probably fake personals, but you know, at least he's tried to make it personal. Okay, what else we got? What other categories haven't I covered? Name flips. Name flips, yeah, Mike's fucking all over that. He's got the rain and precipitation and the basement flooded. Right, so that pretty much covers the bases, and you can agree or disagree with my decision, but after going through them both, and my thought process is laid out bare here for everybody to fucking follow along, Reina has come with her usual style, which is almost Vincentio-esque, where she's going for a lot of complex wordplay. But again, her Achilles heel is the fact that Reina relies so heavily on pop culture references from TV and movies and comic books. Now, pop culture references are cool, and you want to sprinkle them through your work, but you don't want your whole motherfucking verse to rely so heavily on pop culture references. Because if the audience has seen the same movie you've seen, cool. If they haven't, you're in trouble, because people are left going off and Googling to see what the fuck you're talking about. I've said this before, Reina's verses are like Rotten Tomatoes with rhyming words and wordplays. It's like you're a fucking movie critic in your real life. Most of us do not watch this much TV. Most of us do not watch this many fucking movies. So a lot of your references just go over people's heads. And Mike has just come with a more, a raw street style. He's just come harder, grittier, grimier, and simpler. And Mike's bars just smack the fucking audience straight in the face. Everybody gets what he's talking about. Consistency of wordplays, I think Reina has a high consistency. I think Mike's got a few moments where it's kind of like, that's okay, I guess, but doesn't hit me as being fucking heavyweight shit. But that doesn't take away from the fact that even his stuff that is edging a little bit towards being lightweight stuff or generic, or I've heard it 1,000 times before, at least I get it straight away. So, all things considered, my vote goes to Mike DeSanto, and that's how this one's going down.